All right, y'all. We prepped up for a 30 piece. Prepped up for a 30 piece. Let's get them in. Let's get them in. Get them in range. All right, 3 rows, 5 rows a piece, 15 a piece, 30 Whopper. Okay, 30 Whopper, 374,000 stitches. So take about 6.5 hours, 6 to 7 hours. We charged $8 a patch. We charged $8 a patch. That's 24 divided by 6 is 40. Alright, so you can make $40 an hour. We're gonna be here 6 hours doing these patches, but really about 8, because we got to cut them out. So really, again, we bounce back to $30 an hour on this machine. Alright, I'm just gonna do it on this machine because I can. I don't need to tying up the other machine unless we just had to rush it out. It's not a big rush. Tomorrow is Columbus Day. It's 12 o'clock tonight. I might be up about 2-3 hours with it. And then I'm going to shut it down, and then we'll crank it back up first thing in the morning. But, yeah, ain't no need of me messing with the other machine. I'm pretty much done on everything else for the day. I got some sewing I got to do. So while this is running, I'll be doing some sewing. And starting to and cutting out these other patches that I already done stitched out. But satin frame, man, I never thought I'd be using it, but doing patches kind of need it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I would think about that. It just depends on how this goes. The patches, it's not the bulk of my business, but it's growing. Man, I'm not gonna flex. It is growing. So if I can get 3-4 of these a week on top of what I already have, then I'll definitely start looking for machines. I may even get a Chanel machine. I haven't been thinking about that also. But I'm gonna get this thing started, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all, we got the front, we framed up, satin framed up. All right, we're gonna do 12 on each side, and we at 236,000 stitches, basically 250,000 stitches. Let's say I made $200 on these, right? So you made $200. Say you was running the machine at 1,000. You see, I'm only running the machine at 800. But let's say we was running it at 1,000. That's 250 minutes. To do the 250,000, 60. That's let's say 4.5 hours to make $200. And really, it's really about 6 hours. Because we got to cut these out too. We got to cut these out by hand because we don't have a laser. All right, we don't have a $5,000 laser, so we're gonna have to cut these out by hand. We're going to put the adhesive on them and cut them out by hand.
It was a beautiful craft, and they've perfected it. This next tool takes the whole cake.
Inside this window, so you can get right in there while it's cutting. It's the process of when this thing moves. So it's gonna go down. I'm gonna call it down to the very last head.
This laser cost $500,000.
It sounds like the Jetsons.
How this amazing laser works is you first embroider onto the material, then it laser cuts it, and all you have to do at the end is pull it off. It's honestly incredible.
That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna do a couple here.
Okay.
And then you can weed your own.
You sure?
Of course, you can't screw it up.
Okay.
So grab it, pull it off.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go in here, pull out the middle of that.
Okay.
That's done.
We gotta get that sexy shot.
Some embroidery machines have lasers already attached on it. So when you're done with this, you could just peel it up and everything is, the way it's supposed to be. But anyway, we don't have that. We don't have that revenue. And these are things we have to build up to. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the process. If I had 2 of these, we can cut that time in half and do this in 3 hours. Or 2.5 hours, and we can make $200. Would have put us at or if I crunk him up and I got him running, and I ran him with it, we could drop it down 1/3 of the way and probably be at maybe about 4 hours, 3.5 hours, 4 hours to run these patches. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just, because it can all fit in this satin frame, I'm just gonna have him running and leave him alone. And I'm gonna do some maintenance on this one. Just oil everything back down and just do the maintenance, the daily maintenance on it. He been running all day, and we gonna get him going, and we just gonna keep him going. We gonna keep him going for the rest of the night. So for the next 4-5 hours, we gonna have him going. But so let's say it takes 6 hours. It may not take that long, but I'm assuming this job is gonna take about 6 hours, and so you made $200. 6 divided by 2 into 200, that's 3. You still make $30-something. You know what I'm saying? You making $30-something an hour. Doing this job. And again, if you had twice the machines, if you had another 2 head, you could do, you'll double that up, man. You had 65, 70. If I ran it, and cut the time, and I ran it on my other machine too, we could have did it in, let's say, 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you got one head, 250, 200, well, it's going to take, 250,000 stitches, and you only got a single head. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. Matter of fact, you're not doing 260,000 stitches. You're really going to be doing 500,000 stitches, because this is calculating. I'm thinking this is calculating. I'm trying to make sure how this is calculating the stitch count on this 2 head. Yeah. So, because I'm running 2 heads at the same time, it's only 250,000 stitches because they're running at the same time. But if you only got a single head, this head is doing 250,000 stitches, but then you're going to have to run again and do another 250,000 stitches. So if you had a single head, this job would take you, I done wasted my darn drink, y'all. Luckily, I didn't waste it on the darn, on the frame. But yeah, this job would take you 500,000 stitches. It'll take you 12 hours, man. It'll take you twice that time. It'll take you 12 hours to make 12 to 14 hours to make $200, which it got you at about $16 an hour, which ain't bad. It ain't terrible, because you could be doing other things while the machine's running, but you're going to have to fight till you get more machines. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really you ain't making money now. Really, you just trying to buy more machines and pay machines off, trying to build a business, so forth. So that just comes with the growth. All right, just comes with the growth. So let's get this thing started.